Hello. Now we'll talk about a quadratic equation, and in that quadratic equation we'll talk about common roots when two quadratic equations are given. Now I'm taking the two quadratic equations. First of all, I'm writing the heading common roots. Two quadratic equation I'm taking. The first one is a1x square plus b1x plus c1 is equal to 0. Second one is a2x square plus b2x plus c2 is equal to 0. And case first I'm taking, case first say both quadratic equations have a common root. Yeah, exactly one common root. I am writing exactly one common root. When we are talking about exactly one common root, what it means is that let's suppose a common root is alpha. It means the first quadratic equation considering the root as alpha and second one as a beta 1. And similarly, in the second quadratic equation, I am considering the roots as alpha comma beta 2 because I have said exactly one common roots, or I can say as have a common roots, a common roots. Then what will be the condition? I want to find the condition, so I'm heading it as a condition. So let's put the alpha in the equation. First it becomes a1 alpha square plus b1 alpha plus c1 is equal to 0. A2 alpha square plus b2 alpha plus c2 is equal to 0. And now we have to find the roots of this, as you can say that alpha squared and alpha in terms of a1 b1 and c1. So I just remember you the equation, two equation, a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and second equation is a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. And I say find the value of x and y in terms of a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2. You will say okay, the determinant of x is determinant of b1 c1 b2 c2 divided by determinant of a1 b1 a2 b2. Similarly, you can write y as a, see, the first column will become b1 is and b2 is coefficient of y, so I am writing here just right of b1 and b2 is c1 and c2. Then take this x coefficient a1 and a2 determinant. Divide by, I am writing the denominator as a1 a2 x coefficient first column, b1 b2 y coefficient. In place of x, just in the previous I have written a1 alpha square plus b1 alpha. In the place of y I am writing alpha plus c1 is equal to 0, a2 alpha square plus b2 alpha plus c2 is equal to 0. So what will be the x or alpha square? I can say, you will say that b1 c2 minus b2 c1 upon determinant of this. I have calculated the determinant of numerator, and denominator will be a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Similarly, here if I say what is y, y is alpha. If you see here, the alpha will be becomes c1 a2 minus a1 c2 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Okay, so from here just I will slides here. I am writing like this here. To remember a1, I am writing here b1 and this is c1. Again I am writing a2, b2 and c2. Okay, so what is the alpha square? So alpha square is just calculated. See here, b1 c2 minus b2 c1, b1 c2 minus b2 c1 divided by, I have written a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Check it. You will find this one b1 c2 minus b2 c1 upon a1 b2. I've just cross multiplication is b1 c2 minus b2 c1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1 coefficient, just check it. Now I'm writing alpha, then alpha will be this c1 will multiply with this a2 c1 a2 minus a1 c2 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. See, this is alpha and this is alpha square. If I square this one, c1 a2 minus a1 c2 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1 whole square, this become alpha square. And writing this alpha square again, b1 c2 minus b2 c1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So this is going to be the condition, but I am going to simplify this one. This is the square, this square will get multiply here, and one square will get cancelled, and one this will be get cancelled, and this become power 1. So I am writing c1 a2 minus a1 c2 whole square. See here, b1 c2 minus b2 c1, but one more term will become, that is a1 b2 minus a2 b1. This was a whole square, but divided by denominator it powers becomes 1. So this is the conditions which I am writing here, which I have to remember. But there is a very simple method. I will always remember it and never forget it. Just written here, you just check it. I have the first column I have written the x square coefficient, and the second column I have written the x coefficient, and third one is the c1 and c2 constant terms. I am taking 2 cross 2 determinant. First 2 cross 2 will be a1 b1 a2 b1. See here, this become a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Again, when it completed, I am taking this one 2 cross 2 determinant. So determinant of this will be b1 c2 minus b2 c1. I am multiplying here. The two terms are multiplied, but one 2 cross 2 determinant I have left. That is, if you see this one, a1 a2, and the last one is c1 c2. So it becomes a1 c2 minus a2 c1, but I have to square it because two terms are multiplied and it is a single, so I am squaring it. See here, you will find that everything is similar. a1 c2 minus a2 c1 whole square, b1 c2 minus b2 c1, and a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Okay, x minus y whole square is y minus x whole square. The sign are changed, no, there is no issue. Okay now, so simple condition is there. Just write the x square coefficient. This is the condition. Okay now, this is condition for having a common roots when two quadratic equations are given, or I can say that have a common roots. So simple, write x square coefficient, first column, x coefficient and constant, a1 b2 minus a2 b1, 2 cross 2 determinant from here, if you see this, and again take 2 cross 2 determinant here, find the value, and the remaining is a1 a2 and c1 c2, and this should be a square because two terms are multiplied in the left, so this is a single term, so make it a square so that it gets completed. This is a condition, but I will say one thing. Whenever you say that have a common roots, you try to find the roots if it is possible. What roots? You find this alpha, which is common. If you able to find this, then there will be no issue of getting beta 1 by using product of rules, because alpha 1 beta 1 alpha beta 1 is equal to c1 by a1 and alpha beta 2 is equal to c2 by a2. What I say? Try to find the common roots of this two quadratic equation and you will get the other roots also by using the formula product of the roots c1 by a. Now we will go when both roots are common. Both roots are common. When both roots are common, it means the two quadratic equation becomes identical. This a1x square plus b1x plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x square plus b2x plus c2 is equal to 0. And if both roots are common, means both the quadratic equations should become identical. If you understand this one, you will say x square minus 5x plus 4. Roots 1 and 4. I say 3x square minus 15x plus 12 is equal to 0, and I say that both the roots are common. It means both quadratic equation becomes identical. It means, see here, the coefficient of x square, this is 1 and this is 3. Coefficient of x minus 5 upon minus 15. 4 upon, this is constant 12. So what I am finding, the ratio of coefficient of x square, coefficient of x and constant ratio always comes to be same. So I am writing the condition here. The condition is a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. This is the condition for the two quadratic equation. Both roots are common. Let's solve some problems so that we can get this concept. Question number 1. If a comma b comma c belongs to R, and equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and x square plus 2x plus 5 is equal to 0 have a common root. What it says? Have a common root so that a ratio b ratio c is equal to 1 ratio 2 ratio 5. Just remember it, coefficients are real and they have a common root, or you can say that exactly one common root. So two quadratic equations are x square plus 2x plus 5. What is the roots? If you calculate this d, it will comes to be 4 minus 20, that is minus 16, and d is less than 0. It means the roots can be of the form of alpha plus I beta, alpha minus I beta. Because roots imaginary, so it will occur in pair. It means if alpha plus I beta is the root, then I will say alpha minus I beta will be also the roots. If you want to calculate the roots, you can say that minus 2 plus minus under root of 4 minus 20 divided by 2, which comes to be minus 2 plus minus minus 16 divided by 2, minus 2 plus minus 4i divided by 2, and x is equal to minus 1 plus minus 2i. No need of calculating these roots, but I try to show you and make you understand that if I considered alpha plus I beta is a common root, then I have to say that alpha minus I beta is also the common roots of this both equation, because imaginary roots occur in pair. Now I am telling have a common roots, but I come to the conclusion that both roots are common because imaginary roots occur in pair. So the condition will be a upon 1 is equal to b upon 2 is equal to c upon 5, and a ratio b ratio c will be equal to 1 ratio 2 ratio 5. Okay. Question number 2. If the equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and x square plus 6x plus 4 is equal to 0 have a common roots, again the same type of questions has come. The common roots means if you calculate x square plus 6x plus 4, so what is the equation roots? X is equal to minus 6 plus minus, but here if you find it 36 minus 16, oh, roots are not imaginary but roots are irrational. Minus 6 plus minus root 20 divided by 2. Irrational roots are also occur in pair, minus 3 plus minus root 5, and one root is 3 plus root 5, another root will be 3 minus 3 plus root 5, and another root will be 3 minus root 5. Again, let's consider 3 plus root 5 is a common root. But if 3 plus root 5 is a common roots, then other roots, I am saying that it will be 3 minus root 5, then it will also be common because irrational roots occur in pair. Okay, irrational roots occur in pair minus 3. Okay. So from here, telling have a common roots, but conclusion comes to that both roots are common. So the ratio of this coefficients will be equal, and a upon 1 is equal to b upon 6 is equal to c upon 4, and a ratio b ratio c is equal to 1 ratio 6 ratio 4.